ಮಾತು ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಇದೆ.
Oh.
He has joined some course, is saying he's busy with that, but maybe half an hour attending Bhagavatam could not be a problem. ನಾಳೆ ಮಾತಾಡಿ ನೋಡಿ.
ಇದಕ್ಕೂ ಸತ್ಸಂಗನೂ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸಂಡೇ ಸತ್ಸಂಗನೂ ಬರ್ತಾ
ಹೌದು ಹೌದು. ನಾಳೆ ಮಾತಾಡಿ ನೋಡಿ.
ಅದೇ ತರ ಸೌರವ್ ಪ್ರಭುಜಿ ಏನಾರು ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ರು?
ಸೌರವ್ ಪ್ರಭು ರೀಸೆಂಟ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡಿಲ್ಲ. ಅರೌಂಡ್ 15 days ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಒಮ್ಮೆ ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಓಂ ನಮೋ ಭಗವತೆ ವಾಸುದೇವಾಯ. ಓಂ ನಮೋ ಭಗವತೆ ವಾಸುದೇವಾಯ. ಓಂ ನಮೋ ಭಗವತೆ ವಾಸುದೇವಾಯ. ನಾರಾಯಣಂ ನಮಸ್ಕೃತ್ಯಂ ನರಂ ಚೈವ ನರೋತ್ತಮಂ ದೇವೀಂ ಸರಸ್ವತಿಂ ವ್ಯಾಸಂ ತತೋ ಜಯಮುದೀರಯೇತ್. ನಷ್ಟಪ್ರಾಯೇಷ ಭದ್ರೇಷು ನಿತ್ಯಂ ಭಾಗವತ ಸೇವಯ ಭಗವತೆ ಉತ್ತಮಸ್ತೋಕೆ ಭಕ್ತಿರ್ಭವತಿ ನೈಷ್ಠಕಿ. ಮೂಕಂ ಕರೋತಿ ವಾಚಾಲಂ ಪಂಗುಂ ಲಂಘಯತೆ ಗಿರಿಂ ಯತ್ಕೃಪಾತಮಹಂ ವಂದೇ ಶ್ರೀಗುರು ದೀನತಾರಿಣಂ ಪರಮಾನಂದಮಾಧವಂ ಚೈತನ್ಯಮೀಶ್ವರಂ. ಓಂ ಅಜ್ಞಾನತಿಮಿರಂಧಸ್ಯ ಜ್ಞಾನಾಂಜನಶಲಾಕಯ ಚಕ್ಷುರುನ್ಮಿಲಿತಮೇನ ತಸ್ಮೈ ಶ್ರೀಗುರುವೇ ನಮಃ. ನಮಃ ಓಂ. Sorry. Internet got disconnected. I don't know where it stopped. You're able to hear me now?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. I don't know where it stopped. ಓಂ ಅಜ್ಞಾನತಿಮಿರಂಧಸ್ಯ ಜ್ಞಾನಾಂಜನಶಲಾಕಯ ಚಕ್ಷುರುನ್ಮಿಲಿತಮೇನ ತಸ್ಮೈ ಶ್ರೀಗುರುವೇ ನಮಃ. ನಮೋ ವಿಷ್ಣುಪಾದಾಯ ಕೃಷ್ಣಪೃಷ್ಠಾಯ ಭೂತಲೆ ಶ್ರೀಮತೆ ಭಕ್ತಿ ವೇದಾಂತ ಸ್ವಾಮಿತಿ ನಾಮಿನೆ. ನಮಸ್ತೆ ಸಾರಸ್ವತೆ ದೇವೆ ಗೌರವಾಣಿ ಪ್ರಚಾರಣೆ ನಿರ್ವಿಶೇಷ ಶೂನ್ಯವಾದಿ ಪಾಶ್ಚಾತ್ಯ ದೇಶತಾರಣೆ. ಜಯ ಶ್ರೀ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಚೈತನ್ಯ ಪ್ರಭು ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಶ್ರೀ ಅದ್ವೈತ ಗದಾಧರ ಶ್ರೀವಾಸದಿ ಗೌರ ಭಕ್ತವೃಂದ. ಹರೇ ಕೃಷ್ಣ 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 ಹರೇ ಹರೇ, ಹರೇ ರಾಮ 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 Hare Krishna. So, reading from Srimad Bhagavatam. Came to
2.7.10.
10. Yeah. Yes. Who is going to read? Anybody is allocated? Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Chapter 7, text 10. Nabi asa Rishabha asa Sudevi sunu yo vai charachara samadrik jada yoga charyam yat paramahamsyam rishaya padam amananti swasta prashanta karnaha parimukta sangaha. Translation and purport. By His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. The Lord appeared as the son of Sudevi, the wife of King Nabi, and was known as Rishabhadeva. He performed materialistic yoga to equibalance the mind. This stage is also accepted as the highest perfectional situation of liberation, wherein one is situated in oneself and is completely satisfied. Purport. Out of many types of mystic performances for self realization, the process of Jada Yoga is also one accepted by authorities. This Jada Yoga involves practicing becoming like a dumb stone and not being affected by material reactions, just as a stone is indifferent to all kinds of attacks and re-attacks of external situations. Similarly, one practices Jada Yoga by tolerating voluntary infliction of pain upon the material body. Such yogis, out of many self infliction methods, practice plucking out of hairs on their heads without shaving and without any instrumental help. But the real purpose of such Jada Yoga practice is to get free from all material affection and to be completely situated in the self. At the last stage of his life, Emperor Rishabhadeva wandered like a dumb madman, unaffected by all kinds of bodily mistreatment. Seeing him like a madman, wandering naked with long hair and a long beard, less intelligent children and men in the street used to spit on him and urinate on his body. He used to lie in his own stool and never move. But the stool of his body was fragrant like the smell of a fragrant flowers, and a saintly person would recognize him as a Paramahamsa, one in the highest state of human perfection. One who is not able to make his stool fragrant should not, however, imitate Emperor Rishabhadeva. The practice of Jada Yoga was possible for Rishabhadeva and others on the same level of perfection, but such an uncommon practice is impossible for an ordinary man. Shall I continue, Prabhuji?
Yeah, Mataji. We can just two more paragraphs. Go ahead.
The real purpose of Jada Yoga, as mentioned here in this verse, is Prashanta Karnaha, or subduing the senses. The whole process of yoga, under whatever heading it may be, is to control the unbridled material senses and thus prepare oneself for self realization. In this age specifically, this Jada Yoga cannot be of practical value, but on the other hand, the practice of Bhakti Yoga is feasible because it is just suitable for this age. The simple method of hearing from the right source, Srimad Bhagavatam, will lead one to the highest perfectional stage of yoga. Rishabhadeva was the son of King Nabi and the grandson of King Agnidra,
Agnidra.
Agnidra, and he was the father of King Bharata, after whose name this planet Earth was called Bharatavarsha. Rishabhadeva's mother was also known as Meru Devi, although her name is mentioned here as Sudevi. It is sometimes proposed that Sudevi was another wife of King Nabi, but since King Rishabhadeva is mentioned elsewhere as the son of Meru Devi, it is clear that Meru Devi and Sudevi are the same person under different names. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Srila
Srila
Prabhupada.
Prabhupada ki jai. So here further Brahmaji is explaining about Rishabhdev, another incarnation of Supreme Lord. The Lord appeared as a son of Sudevi, the wife of King Nabi, and was known as Rishabdeva. He performed materialistic yoga and equibalanced the mind. This stage is also accepted as the highest perfectional situation of liberation, wherein one is situated in oneself and completely satisfied. So the glories of Rishabdeva is explained here, who is son of King Nabi, and maybe Sudevi and Meru Devi, both names are given. So the from Rishabdev, kind of austerity is done. It's a Jada Yoga, the very, very strict and painful yoga system. Not just yoga, it's a painful. The example given, plucking the hair, or all this very, very painful, is inflicting the pain on them, on voluntarily. That's kind of a Jada Yoga. And Prabhupada says here, yes, the purpose of that is to control the senses, wandering senses to control, and that voluntary infliction is done. But the point Prabhupada makes here, in today's world, it may not be possible. We cannot imitate. There is a nice example given. Rishabdev, he used to wander like a madman on the street with a beard and no dress. Actually, it said that Jainism is coming from Rishabhdev. Rishabhdev is the original kind of a person who
Founder of
kind of
Jainism.
started, founder of Jainism, yes. So the system has come, but today, can we imitate? No, we cannot imitate Rishabhdev. The example given is that Rishabhdev, when passes stool, it was coming a fragrance. It was not a bad smell. It's a very, very nice smell. That is a quality of Supreme Personality of Godhead. Whereas people today may be imitating Rishabhdev, but which is not possible unless they can make their stool very fragrant. Otherwise, they cannot. So Prabhupada says that the real purpose of such Jada Yoga practice is to get free from the material affection and to be completely situated in sense gratifications. This has to be given away. That will happen, and when we completely understand the hear me?
Now,
Yeah,
yes, Prabhuji.
okay. So unless we are able to control the senses, we are not supposed to do all those, unwanted inflicting the pain. Even today, we see some of the, places they walk on the fire, or they inflict, with the knife or something on the body, or they walk on the street with the, some knife passed through the mouth. All those things they do. But what is the purpose? Purpose not to kind of self-realization. Purpose is to either collect some money or show their, the talent. But Rishabhdev's purpose was not that. Rishabhdev's purpose was to kind of control the senses and, strongly engage the senses in self and understand the self-realization. That's why Prabhupada says one who is not able to make his stool fragrant, he cannot, however, imitate Emperor Rishabhdev. So today, so many people are trying to imitate, which is not good. Here, Prabhupada says that the real purpose of Jada Yoga, as mentioned here, is the verse is a prashanta karanaha, or subduing the senses. The senses are like a poisonous snake. It can bite anytime, which is very, very dangerous. It's a danger for me only, not anybody else. My own senses are very, very dangerous for me. Today, we could have seen in the newspaper so many things. The great people, they go behind the bar because small mistakes, or because of the senses. They are not able to control the senses. It could be any of the senses, mainly the sex desire, which is a very, very dangerous. And if they get into that, they are kind of gone. So it senses like a poisonous snake. How much ever you pour milk, it will definitely is going to bite you back unless you properly control, properly engage. So how a snake has to be subdued, similarly our senses has to be subdued. Otherwise, it will bite our own, or it will make my own life, and the examples, so many examples are given. Like for eyes generally want to see the good things, but the same eyes, the moth, we say that, no, during the rainy season, the small fly comes, the first rain. Wherever the light is there, it comes running. It comes running because those days, not light is not a bulb. It is a fire, the chimney, or lighting from the oil, and it'll come straight to the fire and get killed because this attraction to the light. It causes its own death. Another example is fish, the tongue. The fisherman puts a hook and puts a small fish into the water body. The fish inside there's so many, the other food is available, but it get attracts to this fish put by the fisherman. And as soon as it grabs, fisherman just lifts and finished, that fish is gone. The hook is getting, cut his neck. And similarly, the deer peacefully sleeping inside the bushes or inside the cave. When the hunter comes with uh, the what is that called uh, flute, and he's playing the flute, immediately the deer comes out, hearing the sweet voice, and he want to see where that voice is coming, and it comes in front of the hunter. Hunter shoots the arrow, killed. His ears become the cause of his death. The fish, his tongue become the cause of his death. For moth, his eyes become a cause of death. Similarly, the elephant, the she elephant tried to capture the he elephant in the forest. It will go behind the wild elephant and just give a touch. And the she elephant is trained. The she elephant come running. Where the people who are catching, they make a big hole, and cover with the dry grass. She elephant comes running. As soon as it reaches the pit, it turns away, goes, and the elephant, he elephant, doesn't know where the dig, and he comes and falls into the dig. This exactly happens in our world, today's world. How the sex desire, first a man goes behind that, he gets, fallen into the deep. And once you are fallen into the deep ditch, you are finished. You cannot come out so easily. And even if it come out, your name, fame, everything's gone. So that's why our own senses becomes the cause of our own death. So you have to subdue the senses. That's the purpose Rishabhdev taught this. The austerities, very strict austerities performed. So Prabhupada again saying that one has to understand the self-realization. Self-realization means understand the self. I am not this body, I am the spirit soul. Realize, understand. That's the self-realization. I am the spirit soul, I am the servant of Supreme Lord, and He is the master. And I need to serve Jivara Swarupa Nityara Krishna Das. This is the understanding. If that is understanding there, everything is okay. So that's why the self-realization has to happen. Here Prabhupada says, Rishabhdev was the son of King Nabi and grandson of Agnidhara. And he was the father of King Bharata, after whose name the planet Earth was called Bharatavarsha. So whenever any yagya is done, Pujari says, Bharatavarsha, Jambu Deepe, Bharatakande, Bharatavarsha. The whole planet is called Bharatavarsha, not just India. The whole planet is called Bharatavarsha. And this whole planet is named Bharata because this Rishabhdev's son, Bharat Maharaj, was ruling. That's why the whole planet is called Bharatavarsha. Today also we have this name. Of course, there is people are saying that it's named after King Bharata, who the case of Jada Bharata, that brother also, or the Sri Ramchandra's brother Bharata. But here Bhagavatam says that the Bharatavarsha is named after the son of Rishabhdev. And of course, Prabhupada clarifies the Meru Devi and Sudevi, the mother of Rishabhdev. Both, some places mention Meru Devi, some places mention Sudevi. But Prabhupada says, since interchangeably mentioned, could be the same person. But that's not the point to debate. The point is that we need to understand the purpose of Rishabhdev's life, and we should practice that. In Bhagavatam, there is a very detailed description about Rishabhdev. We'll just read a few points about Rishabhdev.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Canto
Pranams.
5. Yeah. Mataji. One
Yes.
second. Canto 5. Yeah, Canto 5, Chapter 4. Characteristics of Rishabhdev. Can somebody read this? Okay.
May I?
Personality of Godhead. In this chapter, Rishabhdeva, the son of Maharaja Nabi, begot 100 sons, and during the reign of those sons, the world was very happy in all respects. when Rishabhadeva appeared as the son of Maharaja Nabi, he was appreciated by the people as the most exalted and beautiful personality of that age. His poise, influence, strength, enthusiasm, bodily luster, and other transcendental qualities were beyond compare. The word Rishabha refers to the best or the supreme due to super excellent attributes of the son of Maharaja Nabi. The king named his son Rishabha or the best. His influence was incomparable. Although there was a scarcity of rain, Rishabhadeva did not care for Indra, the king of heaven, who is in charge of supplying rain. Through his own potency, Rishabhadeva sumptuously covered Ajanaba with ample rain. Upon receiving Rishabhadeva, who is the supreme personality of Godhead, as his son, King Nabi began to raise him very carefully. After, after that, he entrusted the ruling power to him and retiring from family life, lived at Badrikashrama, completely engaged in worship of Vasudeva, the Supreme Lord. To follow social customs, Lord Rishabhadeva for a while became a student in the Gurukula, and after returning, he followed the orders of his Guru and accepted a wife named Jayanti, who had been given to him by the king of heaven, Indra, begot a hundred sons in the womb of Jayanti. Of these 100 sons, the eldest was known as Bharata. Since the reign of Maharaja Bharata, this planet has been called Bharatavarsha. Rishabhadeva, other sons were headed by Kusavarta, Illavarta, Brahmavarta, Malaya, Ketu, Bhadrasena, Indraspar, Vidarbha, and Kikata. There were also other sons named Kavi, Havi, Antariksa, Prabuddha, Pipalayana, Avirhotra, Drumila, Kamasa, and Karabajana. Instead of ruling the kingdom, these 9 became mendicant preachers of Krishna consciousness, following the religious precepts of Bhagavatam. These characteristics and activities are described in the 11th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam during the talks between Vasudeva and Narada at Kurukshetra. To teach the general populace, King Rishabhadeva performed many sacrifices and taught his sons how to rule the citizens.
Hare Krishna. Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
So here in the Canto 5, Chapter 4, the characteristics of Rishabdev is mentioned. Also, the more details, how appeared, why appeared, how his behavior, and later how his sons, some become mendicants, some become grihasthas. All these points are mentioned here. So Prabhupada says that Rishabdeva, son of Maharaj Janabi, begot 100 sons. During the reign of those sons, world were very happy in all respect. This is the point here. When the king is good, everything is happy. Here, to the extent mentioned, when there was no rain, Rishabdev could bring rain himself because he has that potential. Of course, he is a supreme personality, God, incarnation itself. But the point is that by worshipping all the devatas or by doing all sacrifices required, all devatas are happy. When devatas are happy, everything is produced. Like yesterday, also we discussing that when all the devatas happy, when Krishna is happy, all devatas happy. When devatas happy, Mother Earth is happy. When Mother Earth is happy, everything is produced. Fruits, vegetations, kind of jewels, water, everything is produced. When all these things are there, there is no poverty, there is no hunger, there is no need to fight each other. Everything is abundantly available. This is the actually happy life. But instead of that, we go after so many so-called technical, the technical advancement, and in the process, we forget our real purpose of performing sacrifice, especially in Kali Yuga, chanting the holy name, chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, Sankirtan Yagya is the topmost. And we don't do that. When we don't do that, all the Krishna is not happy, all the Devi Devatas are not happy, all Mother Earth is not happy, then naturally the more problem comes. When the Sankirtan happens, everything is taken care. That is the point Prabhupada says here. So Rishabhadeva appeared, son of Nabi, he was appreciated by the people, the most exalted, beautiful personality. Rishabha refers to the best, the Deva, the best of Devas. That's how Nabi, he was incomparable. That's why his name was given. It's okay. So after that, the King Nabi entrusted the king to Rishabdeva, and he went to Badrikashrama for retire. This is another point as a grahasthas. At a certain age, we have to stop materialistic work and give up and practice full into Krishna consciousness. So generally, he said that brahmacharya, grahastha, then vanaprastha. 25 years of brahmacharya, another 25 years of grahastha, and then vanaprastha. And during the Vanaprastha, we have to completely stop all our material work, completely focus on spirituality. At the age of 50, we should retire. Today, sometimes it's difficult, but we should have that conscious decision. Yes, enough. I have to do something for myself. Because we make money, we make wealth, we work hard. For whom? Not for me. Definitely not for me. Enjoyer will be somebody else, either children or maybe somebody else. So instead of that, I should be doing something for myself. That is a real purpose, their self-realization. That's why Acharya is saying we should be a little selfish. Selfish means I should do something for myself. So here, King Nabi, he left kingdom and went to Badrikashrama for complete engaged worship of Vasudeva, Supreme Personality Godhead. So after that, Rishabdev, as a custom, because he was no need to accept Guru, because he's Supreme Lord himself, but he accepted a Guru. Like Krishna accepted Sandipana Muni, Lord Ram accepted Vasishta, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also accepted, because just to show to the world, because even though Supreme Lord, they accepted a Guru. So we also practicing devotees, the first and foremost, the kind of desire that we should accept a Guru. Like Krishna says, Tadvidi Pranipatena Paripasnina Sevaya, Upadekshantite Jnana Pratyadarshana. We should have a strong desire to accept a Guru. So that authentic Sampradaya, Achar, Prachar Guru, we should accept, and we should follow the instructions of that Guru in our life. Otherwise, the connection between Krishna and Jiva doesn't happen. So the connection between Guru and Krishna and Jiva happens through the Guru. So now King Rishabdeva accepted Guru and followed his instructions, and then from the womb of Jayanti, he begot 100 sons. The eldest one was called Bharata. We discussed under whose name Bharatavarsha is ruled. So finally, Prabhupada says here, the characteristics and activities of described in the 11th canto Srimad Bhagavatam, more details are given. And there are other brothers who become sannyasis, all those been explained here. So the crux of the Rishabhadev's pastime is that, yes, austerity is required, but the purpose of austerity is for self-realization, not to show off or unnecessarily inflict pain on us. The purpose is to understand and engage and subdue our senses, engage the senses into Krishna's service. Hare Krishna. I'll stop here. Devotees can share comments. Maybe today, Sudha Mataji, I think you are, you can start.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, pranams.
Pranam.
Thank you for the class.
Yes, you have told about different senses, how it is going to affect not only humans but also animals. And you have given example of insects also, like bees and deer. Uh, they were not able to control their senses, and eventually they suffer. um, so that applies to humans very much, and we could see a lot of crime happening because most of the people were not able to control their desires, whatever it might be. So some are greed about money, some physical this thing, and so lot of crimes happening. So we need to know that, first thing is we have to have control on our senses. And how it happens is turning uh, our time and our consciousness towards Lord Sri Krishna by listening to his stories and inspiring by listening to his stories, and taking his advice always, and chanting, listening to all the glories of Sri Krishna will help us to curtail these senses, Prabhuji. That is my takeaway, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Hare
Hare
Krishna. Preena Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji Pranam.
Pranam.
Yeah, it's a good learning about Rishabhdev and how we can actually now apply it on our practically today's life. Because personally, controlling the senses, staying humble, remaining detached, and seeking inner peace is important, which we need to learn first, understanding our own self so that we can personally, professionally, or spiritually can serve people, and at the same time, the biggest learning in life should be like a self realization. I think that's very important, and also devotion, and that's where we can learn about detachment, and but we cannot be following Rishabh Dev because it requires lot of his humanity and his own spiritual wisdom, which we do not have in today's world. But still, we can do our japas, and the basic thing that we can do is japa and follow the path of Hare Krishna Mahamantra for getting away from the different things which is happening in today's world, and be composed and follow the Hare Krishna Mahamantra.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Kanchana Mataji. Hare Krishna. Kanchana Mataji, able to hear me?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, sorry. Pranam. Rishabhadeva was born as the son of King Nabhi and Sudevi. She's also called as Meru Devi. That the main purpose of this incarnation of the Lord is you have to be born, you lead a family life, bear sons, and then after certain time you have to be determined to focus on God, self-realization, subduing all the senses, and concentrate on God to achieve liberation. So the practice which Rishabha did was Jada Yoga. As a dutiful king, he pleased the subject. King of heaven was very happy with him. When there was scarcity, he poured rain on him, on his kingdom. No one suffered, and all were happy and peaceful. He had 100 sons. The eldest one was Bharata. Because of his devotion to Lord, this planet was named Bharatavarsha. And Jada Yoga, he appeared as a madman. He appeared as a dumb stone. People threw stone, people urinate on him. And he was full of Lord consciousness. He was not aware of his body consciousness. He sat on the stool, but he did not know what was it. But when people passed, they get the fragrance of flowers. Such was his devotion to the Lord. his determination to achieve Godhead. Very happy to learn this lesson that at all times, whether it is misery, fortune, or misfortune, you have to completely rely on Lord. Mind has to be subdued one time or other, but we should not involve ourselves in emotions, pain, or sorrow. We have to move on, and then we have to focus our attention on only God and achieve something. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, my humble pranams.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Lakshmi Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. And Guru connects us to God. So we get Guru through Satsanga only, Prabhuji. So Satsanga is very important. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Immediately, all of us should immediately plan and look for initiation. Please don't delay it. Mariappan Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam.
Thanks for the wonderful class. Lot of learnings. Jada Yoga practice adopted by Rishabhadeva in controlling the senses is we cannot imitate the process adopted in the Vedic period. Practically, it is not possible to adopt such this thing, but the alternatively, our Acharya is highlighting in this particular text about self-realization and easy process of your bhakti yoga practices, surrendering to a guru and get connected to the guru parampara, and thereby surrender to Supreme Lord, who is the controller of all senses, Rishikesha. Thereby we can control our senses, and you have highlighted from small insects to the biggest elephant, how it is all being trapped due to the sex desires. Thereby I can understand the powerful senses, and you have also highlighted senses are like poisonous snakes, and the ultimate way to get rid of all senses is devotional services to Supreme Lord through by surrendering to Guru and get connected with Guru Parampara, and during Vanaprastha, one must leave all materialistic activities, and after the age of 50, everyone must enter in devotional services, also to surrender to a Guru and get connected with Guru Parampara. And today's text is completely emphasizing on controlling the senses by the recommended methods of our Acharya. That much I have understood, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.
Here, except Diya Mataji, I think all of us crossed 50. So it's all of us time to get into Anaprastha and take Diksha. Yes, Diya Mataji.
Prabhuji, one thing like Jada Yoga, why it is, you said it's extremely painful. Why is it so? I mean, is it physically or what it is,
because
Prabhuji?
Jada Yoga is generally it's a example given. They pluck the hair, purposely, or inflict kind of we have seen people put iron rod to the mouth, this side to that side. All this, or walk on the fire, all these kind of things. They inflict pain on them just to control themselves.
Oh, okay.
So that's why Prabhupada saying maybe now it's difficult or may not be possible.
Okay,
Yes,
okay.
those days are possible. And today, some people may be doing it just to show off. But
Mm-hmm.
the purpose of those people was not that. Purpose was to self-realization, understand and control the senses. That was the purpose.
Okay,
But
okay, Prabhuji.
Hmm.
But
Prabhuji,
the pain is also is kind of sense, no, Prabhuji, like skin.
Hmm.
So I don't know, like how it is going to benefit them. That is, I'm not able to understand. Like,
See, even during that Prayag, there are many people are coming from Himalaya. They
ah,
stand on one leg for many years.
yes,
They,
Prabhuji.
and some people, go into the water. Always water up to here. They sleep in the water. They eat in the water. Everything in the water. I mean,
Ah,
they are inflict so much into the body. Like there are in olden days, the sages, they go inside the water and do meditation.
yes, Prabhuji. I heard that. Ah,
Yeah. So like that, but and there are sages, they will during the summer they will put fire all across their round and sit in the middle and do meditation. So that's kind of they do that just to control themselves. But today all these things may not be possible. That's why Prabhupada is saying do the chanting the holy name, do
Chanting,
something
which is much.
easier
Okay, Prabhuji.
and most effective.
Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji. 1 second.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Uh,
Jada Yoga involves practice in becoming like a dumb stone and not being affected by material reactions. Real purpose of Jada Yoga practice is to get free from all material affection and to be completely situated in self. One who isn't able to make his tools smell fragrant shouldn't in, indulge emperor
yeah, imitate.
imitate.
Yeah.
Yes. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you.
Asha Mataji.
austerity is required to get away from the sense gratification and materialistic desires. It's basically for self realization. Senses have to be subdued. Uh, Now we can't do like Jada Yoga, so chanting is very important. Accept a guru, that's very important. Connection with the Supreme Personality is possible only through a guru. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. I have one question.
Yes, Mataji.
Uh, is this there is something called mudra or mudre? Our Udupi temple also they do, I think so. I'm not sure whether that's also painful, Prabhuji, or is this connected to somewhere? They also heat up the metal, and then I think so that Shanka Chakra Mudra they put it on the hand, and all those things are done. And I know why they are doing that is actually like how we say that we completely surrender onto the lotus feet of the Krishna. That's again to say that no, I completely surrender to the Lord. I don't know whether that is painful because again,
I'm not very sure about that. Generally, mudra, we're talking about the different, kind of prayer mudras are there, no? That is different. So you are maybe talking into
this
something.
is during only particular time of the year they
Hmm.
do that in the
Mhm.
temple. I have heard
Yes,
about it. And
ಆಷಾಢ ಏಕಾದಶಿ ದಿನ
Mhm.
ಮಾತಾಜಿ ಆಷಾಢ ಏಕಾದಶಿ ದಿನ ಮುದ್ರಾದಾನ.
Mhm.
The guru only will give that mudradana. It means heated Shanku Chakra mudras. They will
yes.
give whole year. It will purify our body. That is the thing
So what do they do
behind that.
for that? Shankar, they'll take in a.
And Shankar and Chakra
Mhm.
mudra,
Mhm.
they will heat that and they will put for ladies on both the hands, Prabhuji.
Mhm.
For gents, 5 mudras, and they do their what to say. Every day morning they do sankalpa. Before that, they are applying that Gopi Chantana
Mhm.
mudras.
Mhm.
Same 5 mudras for the gents.
Mhm.
So only for purification, Prabhuji. Every year, Ashada Suddha Ekadasi
It's
Dina.
very hot, huh?
But very hot, very hot.
So skin
That,
will burn from that.
Yes, yes, Prabhuji. Yes.
Okay.
Madhva philosophy, Prabhuji.
Okay. Okay, so we'll stop here. Vancha kalpatarabhyasya kripa sindhubhyavasya patitana pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo ananta koti vaishnav vrinda ki jai grantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai Srila
Jai.
Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Hare Krishna. So
Pranams.
just those devotees from Maharaj Nagar, Saturday we have Narasimha Homa, Sunday we have summer camp. All are welcome. Please attend. So everybody, those who are away also, we can come physically, if not at least from the mentally, please be with us. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much.
Prabhuji, thank you for the class.
Dandavad Pranam, Prabhuji.
Pranams.
Pranams.